Hello, I'm Lilly Gray, an editor and project coordinator at Edans Group and Edans Editing China, Liwen Bianji. Today's webinar will show you how to structure your research article so that a reader can quickly and clearly understand your logic and message. First, let's take a look at some of the types of articles commonly found in academic journals. Each article type corresponds to a study type. There's the research article, which describes a full-length study, a short communication, which, as its name suggests, reports on smaller, shorter, or pilot studies, a technical note, which is about a new or improved method, a review article, which is a summary of a certain topic, or a case report, which describes one or two cases, such as that of a business or a person, and letters to the editor, which are about something that you, the reader, have noticed in a previously published article that you would like to comment on or respond to. Some journals also accept research letters, which are similar to short communications. In today's webinar, we will look mainly at the structure of the first two categories, research papers, but sometimes the third category, as methods papers are like research papers too. And not only will we go over structure, but I'll give you some tips on how to just start writing your article. So, we advise you to choose your journal early. This means choosing and finding the author guidelines online. Those guidelines will say what manuscript types the journal accepts and how to structure content for each type of manuscript. Not only this, but the guidelines also tell you the aims and scope of the journal. So, make sure the content of your manuscript matches the topic and the readership of your target journal. What subjects does the journal cover? Is the journal international or national? And are the readers specialists or a more general audience? To get ahead on choosing your journal, you are welcome to use the free and secure Edans Journal Selector. You can use this by inserting your draft abstract and draft title into the search field. Then, when you receive a list of possible journals, you can further sort your results by any desired element, such as impact factor, or where they've been indexed. When you start drafting your manuscript, however, we advise you not to start with the text. Don't begin trying to write everything all at once, and don't focus on trying to make the language perfect immediately. Instead, use your pictures and illustrations. These are your tables and figures that are based on your findings. They will form the frame for your message, so they need to be put into logical order first. Next, make a rough outline in list form without the need for full sentences or perfect English. A bulleted list for each section is fine. Then, draft your manuscript section by section. This is a much easier goal than trying to write the entire paper at one go. It also means that you can get feedback from your peers, your lab partners or co-authors, and then make those changes in each section, rather than having to go back and make major alterations at the very end of the writing process. So, of course, you need to remember to match the content of your manuscript to the correct journal and article style. Make sure you've observed word limits and other structural requirements set by the journal. So after you have ordered your tables and figures, you can see which logical framework your work fits. It could be time order, or order of importance, specificity, or complexity. And by making this outline, you and your co-authors will be able to see any gaps in your logic. And at this point, you still have time to do additional experiments or additional tests and analyses, and to then prepare any necessary tables or results. It is important to have a complete story before you begin drafting your text.